and welcome back. If you haven't checked out the scene-by-scene explanation for Team Black's trailer, go check it out. This is the scene-by-scene explanation for Team Green's trailer, and let's get rolling. The first scene, we see Alicent in a temple or a sept, and she's praying, just as we used to see back in season 1 when she was praying with Rhaenyra after her mother's death, and she finds condolence with the gods and how she's praying. It's it. Then the scene shifts to a visual of the dragon pit in King's Landing, all while the banners of the golden dragon with the green background is draping off the walls of the Red Keep. All again while Alicent is talking to her father, Otto, as a continuation of what we heard in the teaser of many will die and the victor will eventually ascend the Iron Throne. We see also Alicent entering the small council room, all while saying still to Otto that Viserys' death wish was to name Aegon heir, and that Viserys knew that the realm would never accept Rhaenyra as queen. We see Aegon sitting on the throne, and the way Aegon sits on the throne is kind of like says a lot about him and his character. It says how he's being not the responsible one, as we saw in like literally a lot of the scenes. He's tired, his eyes are sulky. It's kind of like giving, I haven't been sleeping well, I haven't been doing much well. He's tired. He's clearly not up to the leading point. And as we've seen in the poster, the throne is ripping his banner while the crown is being handed to him, unlike Rhaenyra's crown that's fully seated on her head, which proves which is right and which is wrong. We see the mountain scorpions, the ones that we know from Game of Thrones season 8, the ones that killed Rhaegar. And here it says a lot about how the war is actually going to cause a lot of dragons' death. Not just dragons killing dragons, but using armory to kill dragons itself. And it's clearly going to be so sad because dragons have no problem in all of this. They're like being used. That's literally what everyone says, and to be honest, I feel bad for the dragons as well. All while also hearing Otto say that the Blacks care nothing or wish nothing good for the realm, while we see Daemon's back as he oversees the Blacks camps, which is possibly in Harrenhal. And we see also in another scene how the servants are being locked away as blood and cheese is possibly occurring. And we hear Aegon threatening and promising that whoever plots against him, the king, will be punished 100 times over. We see Alicent possibly, I guess, handing Aegon a helmet that has Aegon the Conqueror's crown. We see Sunfire, and we also see another time Alicent lecturing, as always, as she used to do back in season 1, lecturing Aegon about his stupidity. Probably something he did is stupid, of course. And she tells him, you don't know how many sacrifices have been made to place you on the throne. Like, mate. We see Harrenhal and dragons flying over it, all while Daemon is walking in Harrenhal stealthily. He's being secretive. There's something eerie about his walk. Aemond in the throne room, as we saw back in the teaser, and he's speaking to Criston Cole. There's kind of now the more extended relationship, the one that we saw in the season 1. He's now more with his friendship with Criston Cole, and he's talking about how he can take Daemon down if Daemon dares to challenge him. Here we have to stop, and I have to interfere. And like, really, mate? Really? I'll blind you. Spoilers. I'm sorry. We see people throwing things as it is on the coffin while Alicent is crying, which we'll see that I don't know if they're gonna actually do it as exactly, but we see in the teaser, the one that was released, that Alicent being pulled away. There was chaos while the funeral itself is happening, so we'll possibly hear the one that we all know. Daemon and Rhaenyra are circling the Foul City, have come for her throne, the one that we all know. We see a woman, I guess, I don't know, wearing a Baratheon army armor. I don't really know who's that, especially, so I'm sorry. We see Criston Cole cleaning his sword, possibly he killed someone, obviously. We saw that in the teaser also. A maid holding a bloody dress, possibly also again the aftermath of Blood and Cheese. We see Aegon sitting in the head of the small council and saying to all, he was like, Rhaenyra was, I'm ready to fight this war and win it, and he's like, to all then. They're both ready, they both want to have this war. We see Vhagar coming out of the clouds. Was it possibly Rook's Rest? We don't know. See Alicent after the funeral, as she still wears the black clothes, in a sept saying that she's always been devoted to serve her family and the realm. Alicent's recurring water thing, as we saw in the teaser, but this time it's not just, she's not swimming, she's rather dipping herself or doing some kind of ritual, we don't know. Green's army being marching and being led by Criston Cole. We see Aegon again entering the throne room, but this time we are facing him, unlike in the teaser where we saw his back, he's walking towards the throne, yes again, but we are the ones facing him. And it ends possibly with a dragon. I think it's Dazarian, or Sea Smoke, we don't know.